not coming in. Essentials, obviously, most important thing of the day, cup of tea. We have a hell of a lot of things to do, but that's key. So I've had my Frosties, I'm done. Essentials, AirPods, wallet, sunglasses because it is 20 odd degrees today, iPad. We have 4 properties to go around. I have so many calls and emails to make. TT has new members, and then we have a Zoom at 6 o'clock tonight till 8 o'clock. So this is just the start. Let's see what the day unfolds. Who's that?
That's Sam.
And the day begins with me dropping the phone, him reversing down my drive and nearly writing off my slabs. TT is on a farm somewhere and we've got to go and find him in the middle of a field. First stop of the day, strip out's being done. We've got to dig the footings tomorrow for the building inspector who is coming in 3 days. So we just need to make sure that everything's being measured out correctly and everybody knows what they're doing. Footings have got to be dug along here, all the way across to there and down. We're coming out on this one 6 metres. Permitted development, we're allowed to go out 4. 6, we have to get neighbours consult, which we have lodged. 42 days notice. We spoke to the neighbours on that side. They're all good. One thing I don't like is when we get held up with time and stuff like that, because 42 days is a long time just to sit and do nothing. So we get all the things that we can done. I'm just going to measure it out now that 6 metres is exactly where we want to go and we don't want to go to 8. This thing here is the 3rd one that we've used on this site. Invoice for the last one was just under 2,500, I think. It gets filled, taken away, weighed, and then you pay by the ton. I don't think we actually calculated for as much as we've actually used because we thought there was 2 going to be used. We're on our 3rd one now, so if you have a look in there, there's still all of this and all of that out the back to add into there.
How often do you check up on refurbs?
I try and go out once a week. TT and Warrellow, we're trying to get them to go out every 2 days now because we have so much stuff going on that we have to keep on top of them. People are lazy. So yeah, so now on to the next one. Do a lot of work on the road like this, and now this vehicle, we have Nick at the front who drives us around, and people say, oh, it's like a life of luxury, you get driven around the country. No, it's not a life of luxury. We get driven around the country because we have so much work that we have to do. So if we're travelling 3 hours up north or 4 hours into Wales or even further, the 4 hours that we're driving the vehicle or something like that, we're not being able to get things done. So to me, it's really important to understand the value of my time. We're having to pay the fuel anyway, so it's just an additional cost of a driver. So let me show you guys this. If you look on the right, this is the message that TT is sending to me, Isabella and Tom. And this is a breakdown of the review of the deal and a breakdown of the
report and any changes.
The surveyor's report. So when we source a property for anybody, one of our bespoke investors, what we do is we take money on account for the deal that an investor's looking for. So we are bespoke sourcing. And things that you guys don't see, we source this property. They've had a survey done. The survey's come back. They've sent us the survey as well because they've agreed to buy the house. Everything's gone through. And then when the survey comes, we review the survey. TT has made points on this one. He's explained loads of things, and he's even put things like what options they have, estimated cost of things. This has got problems with the roof, hasn't it? So he's done a whole breakdown, which he sends to us, then we review it, and then we have a discussion about it, and then we send it back out to the investor and say, this is what we think, this is the costs, this is our professional opinion, and then the decision lies with them after that. Hey there, it's Stephen Hamilton. I'm a friend of Martin's.
Hello there.
How are you? Okay?
I'm fine. Are you all right?
I'm absolutely fantastic. I just wondered, I am in the area at one of my other properties, and I wondered if I could just come round and have a chat and have a look round, if that's okay?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. When are you thinking of coming?
About 15 minutes.
I've got a load of customers turning up in about, probably in about 15, 20 minutes.
What about if I come right now?
Well, you can do, yeah, if you want to do that, yeah.
Perfect. Nick, can you turn right, please? Okay, I'll be there in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Right.
Bye-bye. I got offered a gym in Millionaire, and The owner wants to sell it. It's huge. The place is absolutely massive. And he's given me a figure. It's direct to vendor, it's not on the market. A friend of mine contacted me and said he wants to sell it. He'd give me a little tour on FaceTime and stuff. And now we're here, because we own a lot of properties in this area. Literally going to pop in, have a look around, see what it is, see if we can do anything with it. It's just here now. How are you?
Ron Foster. Tom.
Ron, this is Duna.
Hello, mate. Nice to meet you, pal. You good?
I just basically want to see the size.
Yeah.
I've already spoke to the council yesterday about it.
Yes.
They're sending me some documentation over today. I might have some pull to be able to get something done.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to meet you, have a chat with you, see the actual size of the place, look at the entrances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, you never know, something can get done. How long have you had it?
20 years.
Are you ready to go?
But we could be ready to go in about 3 or 4 months.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because we've got to shift everything. We've got.
Yeah, I understand that. But I mean, like, if we did do something, you would be like, I am ready to leave.
Yes.
Yeah, there's no contracts for a year or 6 months.
Nothing at all.
Definitely interested.
Yes.
I just need to speak to the council. I'll pull the title plans up in a minute so I've got all the bits and pieces. Yeah. You own it outright, don't you?
I do.
Is there any mortgage or anything on it?
Nothing.
Okay. Thank you very much. A pleasure meeting you. Thank you very much.
Yes, and you.
I'll see you soon.
You take care.
I actually want it. Like, genuinely, I really want it. But I only want to pay 130 and not 175 because the build on this is going to cost probably around, just by walking around knowing what needs to be put on there, you're looking at about $250,000. This wasn't like this last time I come. Nothing at all being done.
We got stuff.
Number one problem. Contractors telling you things are done and they're not. Why have we got different tiles on the floor to the wall? They're not the same?
No, they're not the right tiles.
No. I have no words. But this is why you should always go around doing checkups on things after all of the years we've been doing it, and you think that you would find a system and you would actually think that you could get it right, you still find problems everywhere you go. So this benefit of the doubt shit, you've got to stop giving people the benefit of the doubt. We have a podcast going out today, which I reviewed last night before I went to sleep. So that's being released at 12 o'clock today. So now I have to promote it on Instagram. I put it on LinkedIn, Facebook, and we put it in the Property Circle group chat as well. So that has to be done. I want to get that sorted now. Also, 2 people have just took 2 spaces at the Buy, Refurbish, Refinance, Rent, Flip Masterclass, which is our last ever masterclass that we're doing. No more in-person masterclasses. We don't have time. All of the help and education that we will give to the Property Circle members now is in our Zooms, which we do once a week. And then we have one event at the offices a month where people can come down. So you can see how much actually goes in a day. That's without any payments that we have to make. And we're only on about 10:30. There are 2 builders quotes that need to be revised. We all need a break from being in the van now. So we're going to go sit down, have a drink, and see what's next. Dinner is ordered for the team. New video is live now. It is 12 o'clock. TT has just sent over an invoice for 2 people to come on Saturday, and we've had a new member as well to the Property Circle. We have a lot of members to the Property Circle, but every single time someone signs up to the Property Circle, you kind of get a buzz. It gets you like all excited to see that somebody is like taking the time out to join our network, which is incredible considering we're up to the number we're up to now. We have an open door to one of our houses that we collect the keys for next week. We're going to go in, get the measurements, and get the drawings done before key collection, so it keeps us ahead of the game, which is really cool. We are waiting for the council to call us back on the property that we viewed this morning, the gym, because we need to know what's going on. Thank you very much, Felipe. We need to know what's going on with that before we, make an offer on it and things like that. I have about 17 callbacks to do from people who have sent us messages wanting to know certain things about joint ventures, assisted sales, and joining the Property Circle. So I'll get most of them done now while I'm here, and then back on the road. The whole crew is fed and happy. And just been brought to my attention is another survey that's been done. To be fair, the roof needs replacing on the house. It's a terraced house in Wigan, and we sourced it for one of the bespoke investors. Tom Warlow and TT have both said, oh, the roof, house is no good. So I said, no. Go back to the estate agents, have a conversation with them, send them the survey, show them what it's come up, let them tell their clients that this issue is going to flag on 99% of people who buy this house anyway, and try and negotiate £7,500 off the price that we've agreed initially. Even if we get it down to £5,000, it's better because the roof's going to cost £5,000. But if you go in at 7.5 and then you can negotiate and move around, because they're not really going to agree at the first thing, that the first figure that you put out there. Hopefully they do, because it works out to be an even better deal then, but we'll see. So we've turned up at one of our latest purchases. We don't have the keys, 13 days before we get them, but they're letting us in, and we're going to do the measurements so we can get the drawings done, take some pictures, get the architect to prepare everything, so the day we do get the keys, we can submit the plans, start the strip out, start the digging, get the footings done. All of this is being done prior to key collection, which just means that everything moves faster, because I like pace. I like things to move quick, and I like to move on to the next one and leave it in the capable hands of, can I tell you who? Edit that bit out. Got the two Toms measuring up, ready to go. 6 metres out here. I might go 8 here actually and make this house huge, 5-bedroom, because the road has valuations from 180 to 550. So I don't really think there's a limit on what we can do with this property, if I'm completely honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna do something different with this actually. I'm gonna make something pretty special and spectacular. If you look here, there's a balcony on the back of that. Might try and do something like that, but then I'd rather have a bedroom, more money. And it's all about the numbers and how much money you can make. In the offices, it is 4 o'clock. We have these to go through, which are waiting for me. That's why they're laid out like that. We have a Zoom in 2 hours. I've kind of got the Zoom already set up actually. So come look at this, guys. This is pretty cool. So we have quite a few things. We have the mortgage division, the sports division, which is something I haven't released yet. Team 11, the 30-minute property podcast, which is soon to be the 30-minute podcast. Team 11 mentoring, we have 2 spaces open because 2 more students have finished their course basically. So if you do want mentoring, get in the description below, click the link, fill it all out, and we'll have a conversation. But tonight, it's all about the Zoom. So when you see what we do on the Zoom, it's pretty incredible because no one else in the UK does it. Next on the list is, these have all been put out for me by Tom Warlow, and I just have to give the thumbs up to make sure I'm happy with everything. It's all the new drawings for the properties that are having extensions, side extensions, back extensions. I just need to make sure that all the numbers, well, as in the numbers, all of the measurements add up to what we want. I have all the corresponding emails as well from the councils and the architect. The architect ones are more important, to say that they have actually lodged the 42-day neighbour consult. Very simple this is, guys, when you're in property, but to newbies it's very complicated. But if you watch the weekly, you will see how I break it down and make it a lot more easier. So that's one thing I need to do now. This is very similar. Now this is something called a party wall, which is to do with one of our properties with the next door neighbours. Again, it sounds really confusing, but it's actually not. And then we have the new proposals basically. So rear extension, double side extension. I will go through all these now, make sure they're all okay, give them the thumbs up, and let the guys do their thing tomorrow morning. Just took a quick meeting with somebody who wants to sign up to the one-on-one mentorship. Something that we do here, 11 people, we're on 9 at the minute, we've got 2 spaces open, but the person has to fit with us as well as us fitting with the person. So that meeting's done. And now we have 30 minutes to go till we do the Zoom, which is a renovation, refurbishment breakdown for Property Circle members tonight. I have to make sure that everything is in there that is covered for tonight for me and Isabella. The amount of effort that goes into setting up all these things. TT is the guy that pulls the magic out of the hat, and that is what we bring to the Property Circle members. Not only the WhatsApp group, the Facebook group, the Zoom, the in-person events, the networking events. We do so much for our members, it's unbelievable. They're like our family, so it's important. We will catch you on Sunday for the question and answer, 8 till 9, and then next week's Zoom, we will put it in the group, discuss a topic, and we will let you know what day it is next week, but it should be Tuesday. So thank you guys.
Thank
catch
you
all
guys.
later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
I love that one. That one was quality.
Done.
20 past 8, we're finished, and the Zoom is done. Great Zoom. Loved it. That's my office finished. Now it's time to go home and start for tomorrow.